I want to share with you a traditional yoga core movement that we can add a little bit more challenge to really focus on our core. Okay, so in yoga, there's a movement called Spinal Balance, or it's called Bird Dog, and it looks like this: one leg back, opposite arm reaching forward. And how we're going to add challenge to that is we're going to do same arm, same leg. So you take your leg back, it's as high as your hip, and then what you're going to do is you're going to work on lifting that same arm. And I'd encourage you just to try to do hovering first, and then eventually work your way to extension forward. Now, here's a trick. So what we do is when we get our leg back, okay, so when we get our leg back and we start to lift up that same hand, our hip starts to deviate and this femur becomes angled. Your goal is to not have the hip deviate, but to keep the hip in as you lift it up. It's really challenging to do. Okay, so that's one variation that you could add to that traditional move. Now, another one would be to come into more of a modified plank position, not here and not letting the ribs sag, but in really good alignment. And you're going to take one knee, you're going to slide it across the mat, bring it to your wrist, and then extend it out, heel the same height as your hip. Bring it in, extend out. All right, so there's two new ways that you can add a little bit more core strength to a traditional yoga practice.